Hello everyone. Thank you so much for waiting to this very moment to listen to me recite poetry. So my name is Anuoluwapo, like you already know. I'm a published independent author with 2 books out, and this is my second book, which is actually a poetry book, a poetry chapbook with lots of poems inside, and I'll be reciting 2 poems. The first one is titled Spotlight Trauma, and the second one is titled Hopeless Romantic. Enjoy. Dare to dream, they say. Dare to achieve, they sing. But it's sad, standing alone in the spotlight, struggling to stay alive in this ever-changing world filled with dynamite. Still you realize that nothing but lightning surrounds you. Scared to make the move, scared to take the chance, but even more scared that times are changing. With this spotlight shining so bright on you, with all these fans pointing at you, sometimes you stop to wonder, will it really last forever? But then you remember, you were once a beginner, with no stories to tell, no words to propel, for you were still a stranger, stuck in your own little world, carrying away like it's the end of the world, not realizing that you were missing out on a whole new world. Enough of that. Enough trying to be perfect. Enough pretending like you got it all together. Enjoy who you are and be good at that, because in the end, we're all perfect works of art. The second one, titled Hopeless Romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic, and what I mean by that is I hope that love exists, but until I find it, I keep finding other ways to cope. Like reading a book or writing, creating a world of my own. I used to think that love only came when you were in famous court. Rhyming like a pro, you have everyone's attention because your words were so eloquent. If loving was a weekend activity, you'd find me and Cupid taking a shot at the next box stop, because who knows, I just might find love there, somewhere close to Foursquare, and perhaps pull upon a billionaire who would still find me funny, even when he is told that I'm no fun. If loving was a video call, I'd talk for hours, explaining and oversharing why I haven't found a lover that will take me on a date with sunflowers. I am a hopeless romantic. Not that I wanted to be. When did I decide to be one? Or was I born not knowing that would be a part of me that I would one day need? If love was stored in a factory, the supply will be endlessly made, so I don't waste time anymore hoping somebody else has stayed. I double down on the present, knowing love kept me warm. I'd make myself dinner, watch my favorite K-drama, because your love always seems to leave me blown. Hope abundant, like summer skies are blue, but when the storm rains down, I'd still be a hopeless romantic, just for you. Thank you very much. My name is Anuoluwapo.
Trust me, let's talk about In the Name of Love.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for having me here. In the Name of Love is actually my debut novel. I launched it this year, April 2025, on my birthday actually. Thank you. So In the Name of Love actually started out as a collection of poems. A collection of 11 poems, which practically describe the life of 2 newly wedded. They just got married, and then 2 years down the line, they're having issues of infidelity and all of that. And when I wrote the collection of poems, I initially thought about, what to do with it. Should I just keep it or something? But after a while, I decided to redevelop it into like a story. So when you're reading In the Name of Love, you find out that it's practically a story within a story, because we have characters, Coriola and Griffin, who literally bring life to the collection of poems that are in the book. So In the Name of Love is basically, making you realize that what exactly are you willing to give for love? What exactly are you willing to do to make sure that your passion, the one thing that you love the most, becomes your reality? So that's what In the Name of Love is really all about. It's about Coriola, who has always wanted to be an actress, but because of negative reviews, she thought maybe she wasn't good enough. But thanks to her mother, who was formerly an actress, and the love that she had for acting in particular, that's what really, brought out her passion and, propelled her into the limelight that she's in. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my name of my book is Dear Diary, Eunice Chinder. Originally it's part of a short story collection, Dear Diary, and it has 3 women going through different issues. In the case of Eunice Chinder, she's 30 years old and she's realized that a lot of things that she has initially planned in her life has not come to pass. She reflects on love, workplace pressures, her dual nationality. Eunice Chinder is Nigerian American, so we're focusing also on that Japa generation, and just her viewpoints on being she's not a mother yet. She's even questioning, is she going to be a mother? And she's just trying to figure out, is this life my own, or is this life based on the expectations of society and my community, as well as my family members?
When was this book published?
So the book will be published next year by Kingston University Press in the UK, but it will be on Amazon and it will be hopefully on the ebook, so people in Nigeria as well, the world can order it.
So we're looking forward to it.
Yes, the first half of next year, 2026.
All right.
All right, mine was published April 17, 2025. It's out on Amazon, Kindle, it's on Seller, it's available on ebook, and paperback is also available downstairs. Thank you.
Okay. Now, is there a character or chapter that you feel connected to?
All your business.
I would have to say the last chapter. The last chapter, yeah, is the part that I feel really connected to. That is all the struggles, all the late night rehearsals that she had to go through, that Coriola had to go through, all the drama, the tension, because apparently she does not even like her co-star, which is Griffin, because he's always calling her short. He's taller than her and he's always calling her shorty. And she does not like that. So that was like a playful tension between the both of them. But eventually they found a way to walk through it, work together, and bring life into the collection of poems, because it was not easy, because when you're looking at a couple of poems, you're wondering, what is the story behind this poem? What is this poem trying to teach, or what is the lesson behind this poem? But then you find this character, not only do they bring out the lesson, but they act it out on stage, in theater. And that is just the beautiful thing about In the Name of Love. Thank you.
No. It's fine. Now, I want to ask this question. I know this is your book, and we have so many books. So tell me, what do you think makes this book stand out?
All right, I really think In the Name of Love stands out to a lot of people because it combines prose, poetry, and drama. It is the perfect blend of all 3 genres when it comes to books and literature, because in the first beginning it's prose, right? Like you're reading a story, and then when you're getting towards the middle, you find out there's a poem inside, and you're wondering, what's a poem looking for inside the story? Is it adding more fuel to the fire, or is it just to distract you from the main story? And then as you read the poem, you realize that the characters are actually talking about the poem and how to bring that poem to life in a stage play on stage where you have audiences watching what they are doing. So it is the perfect blend with prose, poetry, and drama. And it's a quick read also. It's a quick read, about 120 pages, and it's something you can read in a gathering, a reading gathering. For a book club, it's a perfect read for a book club because it doesn't take much time to read at all. Like I said, perfect blend between prose, poetry, and drama, and it just hits the spots. That's all I can say.
Came from a personal experience.
Okay, she came back to my personal experience. Yes. I'm British Nigerian. Eunice Chinda's Nigerian American. So from that state of the Japa generation, my mum and dad went to the UK in 1989. I came about like soon after, right? So that case of dual nationality and trying to figure out if you're Nigerian enough or you're British enough, like what are you? And growing up in the 90s, it wasn't cool, okay, to be Nigerian at that time. Now it's cool to be Nigerian. Everyone is, talking about jollof rice and all that type of stuff, like suya meat. But back then it was like, what's your name? Go down the register. Jamie, Peter, Onyx, Fox. And it got to a point where everybody in my class would actually be like, it's Anuoluwapo Toyin. And I'm like, yeah, it's Toyin. And that play of understanding language as well. So I understand Yoruba very well, so I can understand if you insult me, I hear you. Okay, but I was gonna say, that my language pronunciation is not that good. But I can say a caro, shorty gel, I try. But yeah, so I can. This book also relates to what's going on now. Japa is happening, and loads of kids are moving. Even children who were born in Nigeria are moving to the UK or moving to the US or Australia. I'm just trying to understand, where does your identity fit? Similar to A Dainty Tiawo, which was talking about, there's no perfect alignment in our lives. There's no happy ending. And the great thing about this book is that even though this is a self-discovery book, Eunice Chinda concludes to the end saying, you know what, I don't have it all together, but I'm just going to rely on fate and my faith. Two things there. So yeah, that's it.
So I can wait.
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Okay. 5 minutes. I'll be reading chapter 7, which is titled White Frame. Yes, chapter 7, titled White Frame. It was day 2 of rehearsal, and I did my very best not to get on anyone's bad side. I even did yoga and said a quick prayer just to play it safe. Thankfully, it worked. The moment I saw Jacob this morning, he apologized for yesterday, and we were able to move past it. We even ended up exchanging contact while waiting for Reagan and Griffin to arrive. Shortstop is here. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting. Reagan's car broke down and I shrugged and waved it off, cutting Griffin short. Nah, it's alright, we understand. Griffin blinked in surprise, clearly not expecting me to brush it off so easily. Honestly, I hadn't expected it either. He raised an eyebrow, but I just shrugged again and cleared my throat. Alright, now that we're all here, let's take a look at the next poem. It's titled White Frame. We all looked at it together and concluded that the poem was talking about marriage. A marriage that was yet to happen, but guaranteed to happen. I couldn't help the smile resting on my lips as I read the poem to myself one last time. White Frame. Victoria the First and Victor the Second, our future kids engraved in a white frame. A beautiful family with us as the loving parents. Don't you think that should be our aim? Cream and yellow, our favorite colors. White and blue, the color of our house. A pool with a tree house by the veranda. Or what do you think? A family portrait hanging in a white frame in the sitting room. White and cream chairs in the living room. Lovely flowers grace the scenery as they begin to bloom. It's a world of our own, a family I look forward to playing costume with. You guard your heart because you are afraid. You guard your words because you do not want to be betrayed. You guard your eyes because you do not want to see me fade. From this poem, I think it's about Catherine's emotion and her eagerness to get married to Zion. Griffin said, looking at me intensely. I hummed in response, my voice stuck in my throat. Why was he looking at me like that? Did I do something wrong? Did I say something to upset him again? And why did it even matter? If anything, I should be the one upset. Why did he call me shortstop? I hated him making a mock of my height. Yes, Griffin. Yes, it is. Shall we get to the acting part now? Raven said, breaking the eye contact between Griffin and I. I quickly looked away, feeling a bit shy and wondering why Griffin had stared at me like that. It's not like I did anything special with my hair today. I had simply straightened it and tied it into a high ponytail. I dressed casually in grey joggers and black tank top and a grey crop hoodie. I didn't even have any makeup on, so there was absolutely nothing extraordinary about me today. Yeah, you're right. Let's start with the first stanza, I said, trying to control the blush creeping up my face. Clearing my throat,